I notice in the figures that have been provided that a good proportion of the cash under the demand-driven system is actually ending up in North Wales. Around 600,000 of the cash, which in total is not far north of 700,000, which is being given to compensate individuals. Obviously, for my region, it's extremely exciting. But for Mid Wales, that are getting just over £6,000 in the last figures that are recorded in the report, it's pretty depressing, isn't it? Why is it so different from one region to the next?
I'm not sure I know the answer to that. Sheena, can you assist?
Yeah, I think it's just, marketing. How do we get about by getting the message out to people, the 16, 17, 18-year-olds? It could be that if they're more rural areas, they already travel by car, but this is the thing that we want to try and get people to change, is from car to bus. There could be a whole host of reasons. So I think what we can do is look at that data, and then what we can do with our marketing plans is try and target those areas. We certainly are trying to look with Travel Line at the moment to go into schools and colleges and to try and tell people this is what's on offer. The other issue could be as well in rural areas, there may not be as many bus services as there are in urban areas, so that could be an issue.
Well, North Wales is a pretty, rural area.
There are all sorts of reasons. The main aim for us, though, is to increase the number of uptake and number of applications from young people. And obviously, this is why we've changed the age cohort as well, up to 21.
I get that, but you're currently spending, your forecast in terms of the way you distributed the cash with the bus operators at the start gave North Wales roughly 25% of the 9-odd million in 2016-17 that was available, yet you're spending 75% of your current allocation in North Wales. It gave just under half to South East Wales in the allocation under the formula that you came up with, yet you're spending just 83,000 in that region, less than 10%.
Can I be clear?
Your figures are miles out, aren't they? They're absolutely all over the place.
Are you talking about the formula-based, or are you talking about demand-led?
Right, OK. Your formula-based figures allocated 25% to North Wales. The actual amount that you're spending in North Wales under the demand-led scheme is 75% of your budget.
So where are you getting those figures from?
Why are they so wildly different?
It's based on the mileage and the number of concessionary fares or the uptake of bus usage at that time in that area. That was the data that we had at that time.
Just to amplify Sheena's point there, we had no base data for this, so we had to use the sources of information that we had, as imperfect as they may have proved to be in the short term. And those sources were the way that we allocate the bus services support grant, which is based on miles travelled by buses, and the uptake of a completely different product pointed at a completely different demographic. Now, that was the best that we could do because we didn't have access to the data, and at the first opportunity, as has been said, we were able to change that. But we had no other data to base this on at the outset.